Whoa, that was close. Almost knocked over my coffee. Hey everybody, how's it? Aloha, good morning. This is Geebz here, your old composer, here at the Decomposer Lounge. Almost losing it here with the coffee, but not here with the music. I'm going to be doing Steve Vai's Teeth of the Hydra. Without a doubt, Steve Vai is a legendary staple in my soundtrack of life. I think in this journey on this channel, people say, well, why haven't you done anything on Steve? And for me, I just really can't tell you why. But after I just got through doing, this Tim Henson video, I'm on a string of some instrumental stuff I'm bringing to the channel. And just like as the Tim Henson video, I sat down, got my coffee, I was going through my email, I went through my browser, and this popped up, and I just went, man, I haven't done anything on Steve, and that sucks. And he has done tons of tracks I haven't heard, so this is one of them. Thank you guys so much in advance for your support. You guys know if there's any advertising that runs here, it monetizes them. They deserve the money, the publishers, the writers. You want to buy me a cup of coffee or check out the headsets or everything, the link is down below. All right, so let's do this. This is Steve Vai, Teeth of Hydra. All right. You can always count on Steve for theatrics. Even way back in the olden days, there was always some kind of opening up thing. This is really super cool in the sense that, you remember, yes, that video I just did on Tim from Polyphia a couple days ago was about more the trajectory of watching musicians move forward in their lives, in their careers and stuff. And when you get to a certain place where you know that you can hit every note as fast as you can, and with every different kind of style and flair, you really, in my opinion, it seems like these musicians evolve into a much broader rainbow of arrangements and sounds and designs and stuff in order, to keep their minds fresh as well. In this case, this sounds exactly what's happening here. Even though I really haven't heard a Steve track, a new track, in quite a few years. Obviously, in keeping up with the times, Steve, in my opinion, was always the first one in the composer, musician, instrumentalist to push the envelopes and the limits using samples and sounds and stuff. I can remember the days when the first samples would first come out. I go, wow, this is great for composing. Steve would always be the first one to have something on an album and utilizing it and working it and moving it forward. In this case, well, with the guitar, the guitar is his ventricle. you know, from his heart. And so to see this really super cool design and what he's done is not is not unusual in my mind that Steve would do something of this nature. Fretless bass, and then the regular bass, and then the guitars and all that sort of thing. But what I love that Steve does a lot of the time is he works a lot with his ambience. Very swimmy and ambient sound on this is really super fat, and I love the fact too that he's got this. It's not a trap drum. Obviously, it's a program, I believe it is, and stuff. But it's a very sauntry and sultry kind of composition. But yet he can invoke darkness through that with his guitar playing, and then with those wider ambient sounds with the delays and stuff like that. You know, setting the tone for this very kind of like swarmy kind of vibe. But something else that I like about what I'm seeing is the authenticity of what it is that he's playing, or at least I'm trying not to watch too much and listen to it, is because there's a lot of sparsity in the arrangements. So the sparsity in the arrangements is allowing his melody to really just sing through and just kind of, you know, I don't know, set the complete vibe for a lot of space. And with that lot of spaciness that you feel, the notes that he's playing are very, God, I can't find a way to say it. It almost sounds really stupid, but sometimes it's harder to find the right 3 notes than the right 30 notes. You know what I'm saying? Because the 30 notes or whatever it is you can do are almost set up for you within the scale or a mode. But find the right 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 notes to glide through that. Very Pliny, like, you know, that's where the magic is, and that's what's going on here. So at least that's what I feel. So I'm not going to say anything for the rest of the video. I'll shut up for the rest of the video and then say more stuff at the end, like you know I will. By that time I'll be done with the coffee and I'll be going I didn't realize too that there was the fretless part of the guitar there till I saw him playing that. Excuse me. You know what's really just so interesting about this whole journey I just took with Steve on this song is, you know, something else I want to bring out about Steve that was always really super cool is his rhythmical arrangements that sometimes go unsung, be it percussive, whatever and however he uses whatever instrument to have rhythmical arrangement in his songs. There's always, you know, there's always these things that are kind of clicking and ticking and going and stuff. And what I had said earlier about the power of space, I think, I don't know, I never met Steve, I haven't done an interview with Steve. I think the intention of this song was purely based on the fact that he plays this beast of a guitar thingy, and the authenticity of playing it and not doing layers to make it fatter left it so much space for really long, real saturating style arrangements. These long chords that would ring out, you know, with the reverbs and delays that he has. But each one of these things don't wash over each other because obviously they're completely different tones. A very higher stringy, like 12-string soundy thing going on here, and then the power guitar chords and his leads. What did he do? Maybe 2 passes of a quick. This whole song is exactly what I was talking about with the Tim Henson thing. With this, what I said earlier, is that, you know, is getting to a place sometimes in a musician's life and career. Not all of us will go through this, that where we want to go as fast as we possibly can with the instruments that we have, or do all the riffs we can with our voices, or the drums, or anything that we have. And then all of a sudden you find out that doing the Rosanna Shuffle, you know, is the most badass thing that you got, that comes a little later, you know, after learning all these other things. This was just really super moving for me in the sense that it kind of brought me back to, I can detect a couple things from when I first heard him back in the 80s and in my short journey with him through the 90s, buying a couple of his projects at the time. Still hear Steve Vai loud and clear as the arranger and the composer. But as far as this performance, I think what was badass about it is that there was a lot of space in it. And with each one of those points of his instruments that he was playing, he allowed it to ring out. So when he would go to the bass and go, boom, you wouldn't hear, I mean, the authenticity was he didn't layer up any bass behind it to try to keep a line going. And to me, that was part of the power of the performance that at least was related in the video. This is a video, and it's a music video. You can do anything you want. But anyhow, there's just no two ways about it. I haven't, you know, bought anything of Steve's for many, many, many years, and I think I'm going to change that attitude right now. Anyhow, thank you guys so much. I don't know if I said anything really deep and meaningful here, but it's just a really big. He's my age. He's a tremendous guitar idol of mine. And, you know, and I'm thinking of putting something out, a little instrumental and stuff. And when I see this and Tim, I go, I'm going to turn my guitar into a coffee table. I'm not going to, but I don't know. Sometimes it makes me feel that I might be on the right track because I just don't do that really well. And so when I hear very, very melodic singing lead work like this, I go, oh, okay. Okay, you know, standing on the shoulder of giants, you know, that's what influences are, and Steve Vai has been a huge, giant influence of mine, even though I never did anything in public, even in my composing with, you know, all the music I've done for media, film, TV, music libraries, he's been a huge, absolutely huge influence. Anyhow, if you're still here, you know what to do. You can type in, I'm still here. I hope you have a killer day today. My coffee made it through the whole show, so I didn't spill it. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, like I said, the link's down below. All right, guys, aloha.